Oh, we went from singing "We Got Our Chelsea Back" to what the bleep was that, man? Yep. Big ups to you. Raj Groves, believe in Chelsea FC. And man, Chelsea, y'all trying to make me out to be a fool or something? I mean, come on now. Now, if you've been listening, you know damn well I've been saying we are not in the title race. If I can just rewind a couple weeks ago, remember that? We was leading the league in goals, second place, just a couple points behind Liverpool, even though I keep saying Liverpool had a goal or a game in hand, wasn't in no damn title race. But, however, we were taking care of business. Why weren't we in a title race? Well, Chelsea hadn't beaten Liverpool. They hadn't beaten Arsenal, Man United. As bad as Man City was, hell, we lost to them. But we were taking care of business, beating the teams you're supposed to beat. That's what Chelsea was doing. And then, guess what? The easy part of the schedule was coming up. December, right? Woo. Man, we were scoring goals with ease. Top scoring team. Now look at us. The last 3 games, we done scored 1 total goal versus Everton, Fulham, and now Ipswich done blanked us. Clean sheet against us. Oh, Lord of mercy. Yeah, that's what we doing now, fam. That's what we doing now. All right, so we're going to get into this game a little bit and where Chelsea are. But first, let me get into the lineup. Okay, and I'm not against switching things up, so I like to see you take a chance here and there. But the first thing I noticed was Jorgensen in goal. Where are you Sanchez haters at now? I've been saying Sanchez. Hey, the last game against Fulham, that would have been about 5-1 had Sanchez not been there making saves. Now, look, I don't love Sanchez, and yes, he gives me heart palpitations when he handles the ball with his feet, but he's been doing all right in terms of saves. Yes, his distribution is questionable at best, but damn it, he makes saves. So you wanted Jorgensen out there? Well, you got him. This wasn't the Conference League. We wasn't playing in a Walmart parking lot. This was against a real team. Well, I can't call it a real team, but still, you wanted Jorgensen, you got him. Yeah, I want to hear from you haters now. Comment down below if you still want to make that change. Gusto was out, needed to sit. However, Axel Disasi was in his place as he switched, to a back 3 when we invert on one of our wingers. This time it was the left side with Cucurella. So anyway, Gusto needed to sit. I thought he did. He did sit indeed because he's been struggling inverting in Enzo Maresca's system, and that was fine. Talked about his struggles. Just not doing well inverting. Fine. Sit him down. I was okay with that. João Felix on the left. And Madueke, who's been talked about, and we talked about his 3 strikes in terms of his training on the right. So I wasn't mad at that. Because, y'all, I mentioned the last one. He's been rotting on the bench. Got to get these guys in somewhere. Oh, and of course, Nguku in front at striker, which I don't like him as a striker. I like him playing behind someone a bit because he's a bit of a creator. He was the striker today. So, how'd the game start? Enzo Maresca said after the game it was a strange game because those first 25 minutes or so, we was looking good. We had all kind of chances, right? Of course, the offsides goal taken away from João Felix. He was offside. We had 4 angles. Yeah, 5 angles. 4 of them were clearly offside. Me and the boys like, oh, but look at that one. He might have been on. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that was fair. Fair. Good call. Offside or onsides. No, it's offsides. Excuse me. Yes, getting the rules. Was indeed. But still, it looked like we had our opportunities and chances to score. So I'm happy. Like, all right, we doing okay. Then there was the penalty, which, listen, letter of the law, it was a penalty. Jorgensen put his foot up at the man. The man, might have fell from a slight hit, kick to the leg, whatnot. But letter of the law, that's a penalty, y'all. Can't be mad at it. Because if it was us, goalie did that, I'd want that kick too. So 1-0. But I'm not tripping. We've seen this. We've been down 1-0. Remember against Tottenham a few weeks ago? It was 2-0. We was like, ain't no thing. All we need is, we're going to be fine. Get a goal, equalize it. Went down 2-0. I was like, it just takes one goal. And speaking of that second goal, I was arguing with my boy or debating with my boy Jordan over at Joxer Deli, LA Chelsea Blues up there. We were representing today. It was a nice crowd. He thought Jorgensen didn't have a chance. I'm sorry. I saw an angle where the ball went under your arm when you're diving to left. You got to get there, man. Come on, Jorgensen. So not the best game for Jorgensen. Not the best game for a lot of Chelsea Blues. And you want to get to some match ratings? Let's look at it. All right, let's get to some match ratings here. Top performers on Chelsea. Caicedo with a 7.7 rating, but Lavia, you got to get healthy and hurry back because Caicedo can't be running around with his head, hair on fire all across the pitch like that for long. And of course, he ain't going to see a sub. We don't trust Cassidy to come in and relieve relieve Caicedo or Enzo Fernandez. But man, eventually that gas tank has to go in E, right? But anyway, Caicedo with the highest rated Chelsea player today is 7.7. But I still need him to get some rest because I just worried about that. Tired legs. Colwell in the back with a 7.5. I keep mentioning we need some help in the back, but Colwell's done his thing. Still a young player, lots of potential. 7.5 in there. He's been kind of consistent around that area. Looking more and more comfortable. Cole Palmer stayed somewhat cold in the wrong way. We want the other cold Palmer, not this cold where it's just not doing that well. And it wasn't a lot of free space. Not like he made mistakes today, but as teams obviously focus on Cole, they're going to put the clamps on a bit. He had a 7.4 rating today. Almost scored on a free kick. You saw that it hit the post and then came back and the defender got to it before Nguku could react to it. So that's when things were going good. We had all kind of chances and took a quick hit. Fernandez get it back. Bam! Hit. I like that. Surprise! Didn't work. All right. Some of our poorer performers. Worst ratings of the day. Okay, Sanchez haters. You got Jorgensen out there. Guess who had the worst rating on the team today? This dude got a 5. A 5 rating from Jorgensen, Chelsea keeper. Now, this ain't the Shamrock Rovers or some former teams from the Conference League we've been playing. This is English Premier League, Playboy. You got to do better than that. And getting back, Ipswich, they hadn't won a damn game at home all year. Coming in there like this feels familiar with bad teams are just beating us. Anyway, getting points off us. Axel Disasi, and as he was called in the match today, Disaster. You saw his giveaway that led to the second goal, which I still think should have been saved. But anyway, it was bad out there for Disaster. I almost call him Disaster. I ain't going to do that. Disasi, right? And their guy, freaking for Ipswich, Liam Delap. There's a young guy they're just putting out there, see if he can get some work. He ran circles around Chelsea. I think his rating was an 8.8. We don't focus on the other team too much, but he had a high-ass rating. He was making fools out of our defense and midfield at times, to be honest. So, and let's see. Sassy had a 5.9. I don't know if I mentioned that. That was pretty low, too. And I didn't think it was that bad of a game for Yao Felix, but he had a 6.6. I don't know. He, of course, he didn't, the goalie score was, ruled offsides, rightfully so, and he missed some other opportunities. But he was set his vision. He sets people up. He's always looking up. A nice passes in the box, right outside the box to get some free shots or open shots for people when things were just backed up. They were playing a low block, especially after they got the lead. So I didn't think Joao Felix had that poor of a game, but ratings to the 6.6, and Madueke Nani, who had some training questions about him, who sat the last game, he had a 6.6 as well. So not good. And then got to mention my boy Nguku. I love him, but again, I swear he's out of position as the striker. And what I would do, I'd start Nicholas Jackson and I'd start Cole Palmer, obviously, in the 10. But in the 65th minute, when it's time to make those changes, I'm moving Cole to the right and putting Nguku in the 10 role. And if Jackson is spent, get Mark Hughes some minutes, especially against a team like Ipswich, right? Mark, you can score against them. Anyway, you got to be creative and get who's texting me? Jesus, this is that bad. Everybody texting. Anyway, you got to get Ngoukou some meaningful minutes at a meaningful position, but underwhelming performance for him. But he wasn't the worst three, as you see the other guys. And guess what? Enzo Maresca used subs today. Yup. We used one sub versus Everton. Was it two? No, two versus Everton, one versus Fulham, and it's always at the striker position. This time, check him out. He used four. Yep, we got to see Nicholas Jackson come on. We got to see Sancho come on. Malo Gusto, almost called him Goose Crew. And Neto came on. Now, the only difference these guys made was getting yellow, acting all tough at the end of the game and causing, little disturbances and whatnot. Don't act tough when the game is decided. Be tough before then, y'all. Stop getting stupid ass yellows for no reason. So a little disappointing to see there. Malo Gusto was he was the first one that was guilty of this, trying to yank the ball from a player that had fallen down some, and it didn't seem like at the end it was just, I don't know, not as much sense of urgency as I would have liked. But we're down 2-0. I thought one goal could have changed the complexion of the game. It didn't happen. So where are we? All of a sudden, we went from we got our Chelsea back to, is this a Chelsea that from last year? I ain't talking about that Chelsea I wanted back. Come on now. So be careful. Is it Newcastle right on our heels? They won 2-0 today versus United. Fourth place now isn't a guarantee. Sitting pretty a while ago talking about top of the league, hopeful, which false hope. But damn, top four is and must be the goal. Let's not forget that. So what's next for Chelsea? A Saturday match. Yeah, we had Sunday in a while. That's good. Crystal Palace. We got Crystal Palace. They're in the house. I believe this is at the Bridge. So listen, I came into this match saying we got to get 3 points against Ipswich, but Lord of mercy, if we don't get 3 points here, I'm worried. In the January transfer window, which is right around the corner, I don't expect a whole lot of movement from Chelsea because we're not going to save the season in terms of being champions. We're still the youngest team in the Prem. Let's build off of that. The summer is where we need to make moves. Maybe some small minor moves here and there if some guys are truly unhappy. But I would have said maybe Nani out, but now not with Mudryk. Of course, waiting for that B sample, which is going to be positive. Let's face it. Positive in terms of a positive sample. Him going for a while. He's going to be out. I ain't buying it, player. Sorry, I know you, one of us. But let me know in the comment section below. Of course, hit a like, subscribe to get some more content as we go through it together, y'all. Through the highs and through the lows. Remember the lows in the preseason? I was saying don't trip, don't panic. Got better. Of course, we got all the way up to second. The highs, I was like, don't dream of the league yet. And now we hit a low again a little bit. But it's a long season. Let's see how it plays out. I don't want to panic in the transfer market because I don't think there's anything that can really save us at this point. I want to see us develop the youngsters. And in the summertime, that transfer market, that's where an upgrade at goalie, as I mentioned, and then another bona fide center back to play alongside Levi Colwell. That's what I want to see. So anyway, Raj Groves, believe in Chelsea FC. Big ups to you. I hope you had a good holiday. We got Saturday game. It is a holiday. I'm going to try and get it. We'll get a little something before that Saturday game. So come back for some more. As always, let's get it, Blues.